Hi Flosstube, it's Rebecca here, Stitching Becca. It's the 3rd of February today, and I thought I would do some like a January update. I've had a lot of stitching done, and much thanks to School of Magic Stitches and Literature. I think I can't pronounce that correctly. Sorry. It's a Facebook group, and there are a lot of challenges, weekly, monthly, and over the whole year. And it has made me stitch on a lot of different projects. So I'm going to talk about that a bit today, and of course show you my whips, and I have a finish to show you. But first I want to say a special welcome to all of my new subscribers. I hope you will like my stitching and what I have to show you here. And well, let's start. I will start with my finish, and it is a free pattern, and it's called let's see, it's the Sunflower Diaries Joyful World Sal, and it's the October one, and it looks like this. And I'm so happy with how this turned out. I have changed some of the colors and a part of the pattern. Oh, sorry. Here is supposed to be a butterfly, but a butterfly to me is belongs more like in the spring or summer, maybe not in the fall here in Sweden. So I changed it to a flower, and basically just free stitched some and copied that flower from that one. And I have used, for the flowers, I used DMC 69, and it is variegated floss. And for the orange here, I used DMC 3854, and I just swapped the colors because I didn't have what they called for in the DMCs. And the same with the light blue one. I used 3752. It was the closest I had to what they asked for in the pattern. And then, as you can see, I added some blending filament because I wanted it to look a little frosty. And I used Cranic blending filament 011HL. It looks like this. And I used it in the ground, and on what I would like to think are like snowflakes, and on the leaves that have this darker blue color as well. So that's how that turned out, and I'm thinking about making like a Brazilian Chelsea by a frame, and just mount this on some cardstock and put some magnets on the back, so I can switch out when the month changes. Really enjoyed working on it. Easy to follow pattern and very generous to share with all of us. So that was my finish, and okay, I've made some notes, but it's kind of a mess. So I don't know how much it will help me, but I will start with my kind of New Year, New Start, and it's called Lover by My Side, and it's by Soda Stitch. It looks like this, kind of wrinkly. And as you can see, I've almost finished the blanket. I missed a couple of colors that I have to order. But I really enjoy stitching on this, and this one I stitched for the first challenge at Magic School's School of Magic Stitches and Literature, and the challenge for the first week was to stitch 341 stitches. So I did that plus some more. And I'm also working on that one for the they have this year-long challenges at School and Stitches and Literature. I really can't say it. And there are 22 challenges, and I'm working on number 18. Lily and James started dating in 7th year, and of course this is Lily and James. So and then you're supposed to stitch 500 stitches, and I'm up to like 350 or something. I will continue with that and get one of those yearly challenges checked off. Okay, so then for week 2, the challenge was called School Spirit, and you were supposed to stitch, let's see, I don't remember the exact, can it be like 200 stitches or something of each colors in your house, and like I'm in Gryffindor, so that would be some reddish and gold. I didn't manage to stitch the gold, I didn't have the time, but I stitched the red, and I did that by using my stitch on this. It's Gold Collection, and it's called Sweet Dreams stocking, and I'm stitching this for my daughter Elsa, and then I stitch on his arm here. And of course this is me and Leah, the Beatrix stitcher, are having a year-long sale, and we are stitching on our stocking every Sunday with the hashtag on Instagram, Stitch That Stocking 2019. And the goal, of course, is to have our stocking finished. So aiming for that as well. So every extra chance in the weekend, the other day of the week to stitch on this stocking, I'm taking it, because I really want it finished by the end of the year. And now it looks like this. And I'm really happy with how the colors are turning out. You can see I've started, here is his arm, and his beard is going to go here here's his other arm and the start of what do you call it? I don't know, his bag with toys. And here it is also the start of the bag. So I'm really enjoying the colors in this one. It's really fun to stitch on it. I can't wait to see it grow. So this one I'm going to pick up later early tonight when I get some stitch time. So okay, then for week 3 the challenge was Charm and Potions class, and in this weekly challenge you could choose 5 challenges to stitch, and it was totally 8, and you can choose 5. So I managed to stitch on all of them. Yeah, and there I also stitched because one of them was Wand Lightning Charm, and it stitched something involving light, and the Christmas tree had lights in it. So I could choose this and stitch 200 stitches. And of course you have to stitch 200 for that challenge. Take a picture, and then if you're using the same project again for the next challenge, you take a new picture before you start and the end of that challenge. So you can have the same project for multiply for the same challenge, but you need to take separate photos of each step, if that makes sense. I don't know. Then I stitched on my, call it my sheep project, because it's had sheep, and I'm aiming to finish this in March. For Spring Forward challenge on Facebook. That was you pick a whip and stitch on it and get it finished before in the middle of March somewhere. So this is how this looks like now, and I stitched all this green grass here, the yellow grass here, and all this sky. So for week 3 in Magic School Stitches and Literature, I managed 800 stitches on this one, so that was awesome. And the ones I took apart from the one I stitched on the stocking was Levitation Charm, stitch something that flies and it has clouds. Softening Charm, stitch something soft, it got sheep here, sheeps. Forgetful Potion, stitch something with a block of one color, then I stitched here all this blue. Or then Boyle's Potion, stitch something that grows, then I stitched the grass. So yeah, I got a bunch of progress on this one, and I really like the colors in this one. Really looking forward to seeing this finished. Yeah, like I say, this group on Facebook, it's perfect for me because I get a lot of stitching done. Okay, so then I had a week where I didn't stitch at all. It was crazy at work. I worked overtime, and I was kind of tired, and then we were away for the weekend. So I just got some stitching done on my stocking that Sunday. But then we have these notes, just a mess. For this past week, the challenge was to rescue a whip from prison, and my whip that I chose was Baby's Friend's birth record, the one I'm stitching for my son. This one, and it really needed to be rescued. So I stitched, oops, I started on the cat. I got some blended threads in there too. And I got this frame from my hubby this Christmas, and I really like it. It's perfect. It's a perfect fit for especially this project, but also like my Heaven and Earth designs, that I can see a big, larger amount of the fabric. And in this one, I think I'm going to fit in the whole design. So that's nice. And what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to finish the cat, and then I think I'm going to try to do the back stitch on the giraffe, and maybe some of the more of the wallpaper, and start French knot and couching on the dog to get him fully finished. So I kind of discovered that I'm enjoying stitching on this again, which is great. Yeah. And that's what I'm up to now. Before the new year, I stitched some on my on Nora Corbett's Buttercup, and I've got some more stitching on her dress here, and also up here, her arms, and this like whatever she's holding. I actually don't know what it is she's holding. It's like some sort of, looks like some sort of egg or something. But yeah, maybe you know. So there's what I am up to with her. And also with this one. Love seeing her grow on this fabric. It's gorgeous. Yeah, that was my finish and all of my whips. And as you can see, maybe this was kind of a mess. I don't know. I won't know until I watch the video myself. Yeah. But yeah, my finish, my whips. I have a little bit of a haul to show you. And it is for Christmas from my mom. I've got this. It's little angel ornaments made with, it's a hardanger because I want to learn how to stitch that. I have this Teresa Bensley chart called, I think it's called T-scene, and in the tablecloth you're supposed to stitch haddanger. So I thought that this was a good way to learn how to. Then I had an Easter kit up for sale, and someone asked if I wanted to switch with her, and she had this country cottage needlework kit, and I have been eyeing this. I think it's beautiful, so I said yes. So this will be a new start, and it says, while snow is softly falling, gliding gently to the ground, our neighbors from the forest cozy up and gather round. And it will be my first country cottage needlework. Looking forward to that. And then I bought a new Mirabilia pattern to my collection, and it's called the Petal Fairy. I absolutely adore her face. She's so pretty. Then I got a notification from eBay because I have some patterns. You can save a search, and when someone put up a pattern for sale that matches that saved search, you get an email about it, and it was Good Neighbors by Paula Wan. And I wanted this for a while, but I didn't want to pay the amount of money they asked for it, and then the shipping often from the States is kind of high. So I was over the moon finding this for, I don't know, $6 or $8 including shipping. And Andrea from I Heart Cross Stitch is stitching this, and it's gorgeous. It's so pretty, and all the details in it, really pretty. Then I made an order at Lakeside Needlecraft in the UK because I want to start my, if you remember the Lizzie Kate, Less is More series. So I bought the floss for it, and I've put in an order from 123 Stitch in the United States, but I haven't received it yet. And this was, I put in the order in the start of January, and I still haven't got it. So I hope it will arrive soon. And then I bought a tacky bop as well. Yeah, that's it. I'm just thinking about if it was something more I wanted to say. No, I don't think so. So I think if I get this much stitching done, thanks to the challenges at Magical Stitches, I will do an update every month, because it just feels easier to keep track of everything. So we will see, and yeah, that's it. So until next time, I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is well, and I will see you next time. Bye.